everyone, I'm Phoebe Robinson. Welcome to Spill the Tea, a show where we get personal with everyday people's money situationships. For today's episode, just in time for Valentine's Day, we're brewing the tea on dating. We've got Bamba, Lola, David, and Stephanie here, each bringing their unique perspective on dating. So, let's dive into the dollars and dates. Ready to spill? Okay, y'all seem like a really fun, interesting bunch. So let's sort of talk about dating. It's gonna get juicy, but this is a judgment-free zone.
No judgment.
Okay. Say whatever you want,
And then no judgment.
The internet will drag you. I'm just kidding. So first up, would it be a turnoff if someone asked you what you made on a first date?
Yeah.
Look at David.
Too much, too personal.
Okay.
I'm out.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, there's so
behavior.
many other questions to be had.
Yeah. Where I'm from.
Yes.
Yeah, where I'm gonna go.
Yes.
Like,
What's my sign?
What's my
Yeah. Do any of you have money deal breakers?
Gambling would be my number one deal breaker.
Like bad spending habits, buying it on just unnecessary stuff. I want you to be able to invest your money into things that are gonna help us like long term.
For me, the deal breaker is just being so frugal, where it's like almost so unattractive.
There's a middle point.
I mean, I really enjoy those moments. If you're like counting the dollars every time,
True.
and that's just such your worry, I'm like, it's just not attractive.
Before you answer this question, I will say, yes, I have. So have any of you ever gone on a first date just to get free dinner?
All the time.
I have. I'm not gonna lie, I have.
It must be very nice, huh? It must be so
great.
nice.
One time I went on actually 2 dates in the same day. It was like lunch and dinner, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think that a guy should pay on the first date mostly to show that he cares about the person that he's going out with. You know, I'm significantly interested in you and who you are as a person, and this is kind of like a token of my appreciation for coming out to have a date with me and getting to know you.
Period.
Yeah, because I think they need to show, I think guys want to show their effort. You know, you want to be able to see like in the beginning they're going to put that work in. How do each of you feel money plays a huge part in dating?
The person you're supposed to be with, you're gonna have to take on their finances. They're gonna take on your finances. So it's something that should be one of the top 3 things to think about when you're seriously dating someone.
Ooh, how old are you?
I'm 25.
So David, what about for you? Like, is it stressful?
I don't think it's stressful, but I do think as Bamba said, it plays a role in a relationship. Whether it's making the right financial decisions or knowing your partner is setting themselves up for like a long-term future, whether that's saving for a retirement, investing, or has some sort of income. I think that is really important because then that allows you to experience life together.
Y'all are so mature. I love this.
I like to think so.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
So Stephanie, how do you feel like money has played a part in your dating life?
For me, I do enjoy experiences and moments, and you know, I feel like it is really important to have money to, you know, have fun. Those memories are so important. It's important if my partner can help support the lifestyle, because I'm not doing it by myself.
Listen, you know she's dated people with money because she's like, you know, I just love the travel. I love experiences.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Queen Lola, what about for you?
I feel like since I am still pretty young, money is definitely something that's talked about in the relationship, but it's more of like how we can grow together because we are still so young and we're still, you know, trying to figure out our careers. And for me in a relationship, it's not like a priority.
At what point would you be down for having a joint checking account?
I do think that it should be, you know, close to 50-50 up until marriage.
Wait, up until marriage, and then what happens with marriage?
Put it all into one
Prenup.
account.
Okay.
No, I guess what I'm trying to say is like, you know, the splitting of like the rent, electricity, like utilities, the unsexy stuff, certainly that could be cut in half. But then like once you are married, I don't see a reason for it to be split.
Yeah, I understand where you guys are coming from. Even in marriage, I believe you should have your own bank account.
I feel like I was in a relationship where I did do 50-50, but I do feel like in the future, like, no, I'm not doing 50-50. Like, I feel like they should pay rent, I'll pay utilities. Like,
Okay, hold on. I don't know, if that were me, I would feel some type of way if I'm paying the rent and then my person's like, oh, I got heat.
Be leaving all the lights on.
I know.
I don't care. You can, I'm cooking for you. I'm doing a whole bunch of other stuff for you.
Okay, I feel like there is a little bit more of a team aspect. Okay,
it's still a team effort.
Yeah.
I would be down to have a joint checking account the second we're married. And then from there, setting guidelines of a prenup prior to marriage. It's just an open, honest conversation, and you just never know. People change.
Are there like any moments where you're in a relationship and money's a little bit tight? For me, have you ever like had to broach that conversation with your partner?
Yeah, definitely. Like for me personally, like I've been in debt from school. I did a lot of traveling where I was just swiping that credit card. And I had to tell my partner, I was like, hey, can we just like do more like at home cooking? You can just like treat yourself every now and then instead of just spending.
What's the most that you've paid for on a date?
I was on some simp behavior, so a few $100s.
Yeah.
It wasn't really a date. It was more like they came to my state and I like paid for the Airbnb. So I guess like a couple hundred.
I spent $400. I actually got a hotel and like did a whole outing thing, and I was just like, that's all on me.
That's cute. I love that.
We went to a tasting menu for our 6-month, and it was $250 per person.
Oh.
Yes.
I was still hungry at the end, but
Yeah.
You gotta bring your own snacks.
right.
Okay, Lola, you're young, as you have said.
We'll be grown soon.
What are your thoughts on being financially independent in a relationship?
In my last relationship, I felt like I was a little bit reliant to him because he was financially stable more than me. Moving to LA is very expensive, and I'm like you said, I'm young to be out here by myself. So yeah, so I definitely was like reliant on him. I definitely felt like I would rely on certain things, like just the whole power and the control thing definitely like didn't really sit right with me. So I definitely felt like that was an eye opener for me, like to just make sure I'm financially stable, and if he's not here, I can do it by myself.
Life is life. We go through bumpy roads, and if you have a partner who is also financially independent, and maybe something happens in your own life, maybe you're pregnant, maybe you get really ill, knowing that your person is gonna be there for you, maybe when your money starts to go away a little bit, it's a nice feeling.
So if your partner, she made a significant amount more money than you and she was very financially independent, would that affect your sense of self?
It wouldn't affect me at all. And I don't want to say I would prefer it, but there is a part of me that would be kind of having a sense of empowerment to do other things within the relationship, whether that be leaning onto her when she needs more communication or affection, if she's got a job that is very like labor or mentally intensive that would cause her to be exhausted. That would cause me to maybe do more chores around the house that wouldn't otherwise be available to be done, right? So just picking up the slack in other ways, if not financially, it wouldn't faze me at all. Yeah, to have a spouse
I love
to
that for him.
I know, this is great. Yeah. Y'all need to come together and write a financial book because
I don't know about that.
you're like,
At the very least, start a company.
I was like,
yeah, start a company. And that's a wrap, wonderful people. Big thanks to our amazing guests for their real and raw perspectives on love and money. Today was all about keeping it transparent and tearing down those financial taboos. This was Spill the Tea. Until next time, I'm Phoebe Robinson.